I mean this in the sweetest way possible, but reaching out to your Black and brown friends and asking, well, what book should I read? We don't know. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal Price. If you are new here, if you are returning, hi. I was not even planning on recording a video this week. I've kind of been feeling just overwhelmed with life, period. Trying to keep up with YouTube, period. Getting through the day, period. Working, being a mom, all of that jazz. But in light of everything that has happened this week, it was on my heart to record a quick video. I really don't have much time, but I just feel like sitting down my camera because this has slightly become a little therapeutic for me. It is April 22nd, I believe, and this is the week that the trial of Derek Chauvin, I don't know if I'm correctly pronouncing his last name, police officer that killed George Floyd. The trial ended this week and the verdict was read this week, and a lot of emotions have come out of everyone this week. There was a guilty verdict, which honestly I was not expecting. I know a lot of people were not expecting. Some people looked at it as there's no way that they wouldn't get a guilty verdict, as if the past I don't know how many years have shown us that that's not a guarantee. But it was a guilty verdict, and there were different reactions and emotions. Some people were overjoyed. I was with my best friend in the park, Freedom Park here in Charlotte, when they read the verdict, and I immediately started crying. Wasn't expecting that. Some people rightfully felt like, okay, now what? Some people have come out and said, don't let this just be the thing that says this is it and we just take that, which I understand too. Some people are still believe that he is justified in kneeling on a man's neck for 9 minutes because he should have complied. There are so many different responses to what has happened, and the same day that the verdict was read and the guilty verdict came back, a 16-year-old girl was killed by the police. There are different factors in that case that come into play, but it just kind of feels like the first reaction to people that are brown is kill, and that may not be the case. And I want to start before I get into it by saying I do not believe every police officer is bad. I do not believe every police officer is a horrible person. I cannot imagine the stress and the pressure that police officers are under. We have close friends that are police officers. I believe there are family members of mine that are. So I don't want this to be a bash F police video or taken that way, because that's not what this is. With that being said, there is a problem. And we can't overlook the fact that when it comes to people that look like me, when it comes to men that have skin that looks like mine, something isn't adding up and something isn't right. And me and so many other people, we want to be hopeful that at some point this will turn around and at some point this will get better. But as soon as we have a good moment, something else happens. And it's kind of hard to have hope when that continues to be the narrative and continues to be the case. And we have people that are fighting for justice. We have activists, Tamika, Sean, all of these people that are doing all of these amazing things. And we continue to have hashtags, and we continue to be upset, I don't even know exactly where I'm trying to go with this video. But being Black, I wouldn't trade it for the world. And it is the most beautiful life to live. And in saying that, it is also the most exhausting life to live. We are special. I don't really know any other way to put it. There are things I feel like, and every culture probably feels this way, and in no way am I saying we are better than anyone. But to me, when I see my brothers and my sisters, it's a sauce that we have that no one else does have. And other cultures have their own sauce. But our sauce is our sauce. And I don't understand why our sauce would make anyone feel scared or intimidated. And I'm not saying that all Black people are perfect and we all make the best choices. And I'm not saying that at all. But it is still no reason for me to be terrified every time my husband leaves the house. It is still not right for me to not fully know if I'm raising my son in a way to where he knows what he should and the perfect moves to make if he's pulled over. Like, I feel like we're training him to stay alive in the event that he gets pulled over. And that's not fair. It's not right. And no one should feel that or have that pressure on them. And there's some people that just raise their kids to be kids. And we don't get to do that. My son doesn't just get to be a kid. He's 6 years old. He's a tall boy. My family is big. My husband is tall. Like, he's getting to that age very soon where he's not looked at as a boy anymore. Our young girls are not looked at as young girls. There's an over-sexualization of them. First, I don't even know the reason, but we're just tired. We're hopeful, but we're tired. And I maybe should have wrote things down, but I just speaking from my heart, like, something has to shake. Like, if you don't understand us, and I had a friend who I work with that explained to me that she's from West Virginia, and the only depiction of Black people that she knew prior to engaging with Black and brown people is what she saw on TV and what she saw on Bravo, or what she saw on Cops, or what she saw on Fox News. And that's all she saw her whole life. So she already had this idea of who we were based on what she saw. And the only way she got past that was opening up her heart to really getting to know people of color and knowing our hearts and knowing that we are just like everyone else trying to get through the day and make it home to our family. And it is exhausting. Like, I know I keep using that word, but it's exhausting. Even watching that trial and all the emotions and getting the verdict that we want and then having it happen, and then you still have to go to work the next day as if it's business as usual, as if nothing has happened, as if you have not been affected, as if you have not cried the night before, as if you had not had to have this extremely hard conversation with your 6-year-old about why these people are crying in the streets and hugging each other, and why you have some people that feel a certain type of way and are mad. It's just, this country, this world has to do more, and it has to do better. And we as a people, even together, like, we have to come together, other than when it's because someone else has faulted us. Like, we have to fight together. We have to look out for each other. We have to take care of each other. I don't know what the answer is. I just feel like I want to say love is the answer. I really want to say that, but I know that's not realistic. And I'm going to continue to lead with love, and I'm going to teach my son to lead with love, but that has to be all across the board. And I understand that it may never be that way. And to anyone that wants or feels like, as African Americans, we should always respond with love, it's kind of hard to always being told to meet hate with peace, over and over and over and over again. No, I'm not saying go tear up your resources and your neighborhood, but people are tired. And if you can't understand that, if you care more about a business than a life, but say you're not racist, then you may want to look a little deeper inside yourself, because it's different forms and different levels and different stages and the spectrum of that is so wide. And while it may not be a intentional malicious thing inside of you, you caring more about windows to a business than understanding like the plight of the struggle of people and why they are as enraged as they are, and not understanding as to some people that's just the way to get it out. That's the way y'all will hear us. That's the only way y'all will hear us. Like, you have to try to find a way to understand that. Am I saying that's the right way? I don't even know what the right way is. It's not fair for me to say what the right way for people to heal and cope with things are, but the way that things are happening now is not the way. It's not. We're not going in the right way. I am happy with the verdict that came back this week. I am shocked by the verdict. I do know that it is a step. It is just that. It is a step. And you can't get to the top of where you're going by stopping at the first step. We have to keep going. We have to understand. To everyone who has wanted to understand that are not Black or brown, and I mean this in the sweetest way possible, but reaching out to your Black and brown friends and asking, well, what book should I read? We don't know. We don't read the books for the answers. We're living it and we're surviving and we're trying to get through it. And while we appreciate you wanting to know, like, the only thing we ask you to do is just get out and do the work. We can't tell you what work to do, because while you are looking at it as I'm just trying to understand, I want you to know that I want to know, and I want you to know that I'm trying to figure this out, you're still creating more work for us to make things easier for you to understand. It is coming from a beautiful place, and we get it and we appreciate it, but I don't know what book to tell you to read, because I don't have to go to the books to understand. I know there are books out there. I know there are books that give a great understanding and definition, and please go there and find the resources, but it's not up to me to help you figure that out. It's no way for you to help me figure out how to make sure my husband gets home safe. It's no way for you to figure out what I feel every day. It's not, you can't help me figure out how to get somebody to stop following me in the store or looking at me a certain type of way if my voice gets elevated, or you can't help me when I'm being assertive and I'm sticking up for myself and I'm looked at as an angry Black person. I can't really help you with that. That's work you have to do. So we just have to figure this out. We all have to do the work. Like, we all have to come together. I would just say we got to give grace to each other. I will say that. I'm in no way saying that anyone that has asked me to help them is a bad person. And I do appreciate it. It's just, again, exhausting. I don't want to have to talk about ways that you can feel better about what's going on. Like, just be there and call out things that you know aren't right. And if you see somebody doing something to someone that isn't okay, sitting and watching it, and if that's not in you, then that's okay too. We can't expect everything from everyone, but it's up to you to take the steps. It's up to all of us to take the steps. I'm also going to make a point that I'm sure will be unpopular, but we as Black and brown people, clearly it's a hunt going on. So while I understand that you're scared and you may not be in the best position, and if you get pulled over, you do what you do your part or do what you can. And sometimes it's out of your control, but any step that you can consciously do to make it home to your family, take that step, do that thing. Like, some things are just gonna happen, and some people are just out to do what they're gonna do, and there are some unfortunate situations. Breonna Taylor, like, there's some things that just happen. But whatever you can control in a situation for yourself, do it. Make it home to your family. Like, we just gotta do better. And I'm tired of having the conversation, and I'm tired of logging on to social media and seeing another trigger warning before a video comes on. I'm tired of seeing another hashtag. Like this shit is old. For 400 years, like, we've just been fighting to just live. And that shouldn't be the case. Like, we all want the same thing. We all want a good life. We all want to take care of our families. We all want to spend time and hang out with our friends. We all just want to get through and enjoy the life that we've been blessed to have. And no one should have to live in fear each day that the next day might be the day that ends. So, I don't know. I have to get to some things, but let's just take care of each other. Like, take care of each other, lean on each other, and if you are a friend of mine and you need somebody to talk to, or I'm here, like, just be there for each other. Like, even if you don't understand, like, say I don't understand and listen. Or say, this is what I need for you to understand. I need you to listen. Like, these conversations need to continue to happen. And yeah, I'm not sure if I left out major points. I'm not sure where this video went exactly, but yeah, we have to figure this out. I wouldn't want to be anything else. And we are strong, and we are resilient, and we are beautiful, and we are smart, and we can't be the only people that see and know that. So thank you for watching this video. If you're trying, thank you for trying. If you're not, I hope there's a place in your heart that kind of pounds on you a little bit to try to start. We're not victims. We're not asking for anything extra. We just asking to live and survive and be okay and give our families the same thing everybody else wants. So I love y'all. Hope you're having a great day or night wherever you are, and I will see y'all in the next video. See y'all there.